All right, what's up, guys? So I'm coming at you today with the ultimate hack. So the first hack is for hack squat. The second hack is for we're trying to MacGyver our way around something or make something a little bit better. So this is going to be beneficial, I think, for a lot of people, even some taller people that have access to this same brand of hack squat. So this is the Arsenal hack squat. I've talked enough shit about the range of motion of this hack squat that I think they actually changed it and improved it for the future. But for those of you that either have this older version or for those of you that are shorter, this will be helpful. So I'm going to show you a problem that people come through when they're using any type of hack squat at any point in time of any brand. Again, especially if you're in that shorter category, vertically challenged, whatever is appropriate. But in my opinion, the whole point of a hack squat, if the goal is for training quads, which is really what a hack squat's best for, is you're trying to get to full knee flexion. So full knee flexion is basically where your hamstring is smushed into your calf. So for most people, it'll be determined by tissue. So if I have a hack squat that doesn't have enough range of motion, so when I go down to the bottom, for me, this is an okay spot, but I can really smash in even deeper. So I really would ideally like some more depth. And so obviously, on any hack squat that you're on, first check the bottom range of motion. So if you're not familiar with it, these are set as low as they go. And if you couldn't see, this is basically where the metal of the actual pad that you're on is hitting the bottom of the track here. So it literally bottoms out the range of motion when I would like to go lower. And I think 5'11" for reference. And again, I would like some more depth here. So especially if you're anything under 5'11", on this brand particularly, you could definitely use some more range of motion. And then for a whole lot of different brands of hack squat, the same could be said to be true. So I have done a lot of different methods. I have put stuff here. So I put boxes. I have the little things that you use basically for doing deadlifts. I think they're called power blocks. But a whole bunch of different things I put on the bottom here. And some hacks that works pretty well. They stay in place pretty good. I've even banded them to the platform and stuff. And some not so well. Obviously, if you've never done hack squats before, you don't really want the thing that you're putting your feet on to move around a lot during the set. That'll get your heart rate up in a way that you don't want it up, or an injury that you don't want to have. So the best little hack that I have found that is cheap and price efficient, takes a teeny bit of work on your end, but I did it and I'm not handy, so you guys can do it as well too, requires two pieces of equipment. So one is these foam pads. So again, if you just search balance pad, workout pad, fitness foam pad, something like that. I got this off of Amazon. Find the cheapest one that you can find. I don't have any links here. I'm going to get some eventually that have my logo on it, and I'll charge way too much money for them. But until that point in time, you guys can use this thing again called Google, called the internet, called Amazon. And probably by the time you're done watching this video, you can have this droned to you. Just because I'm saying it out loud, Amazon is reading your thoughts and sending you what you don't even know that you want to buy. So again, what I've done with these is I took one, so they come something like this. They come put together, and I use this thing called a saw, and I cut these in half. So you can do the same thing, and you can put them again. I cut them in half so they pretty much fit right on here. And so the reality is obviously however thick this is obviously the extra range of motion you are going to get before you bottom out. And so these, I'm going to demonstrate in a minute. These work great for me. If you're extra vertically challenged, here's another one. So this is the same thing. I use this, again, really cool tool that I got, again, called a saw. I cut it in half, and I use this thing called glue, and I put these two together, and it seems to be holding this in place for a long period of time. So again, very, very easy to do. Takes about 4 minutes. Some people say they don't want to spend the money, they don't want to spend the time. Those same people can tell me about every Netflix show that's on TV, and they'll spend this on energy drinks in the matter of 2 or 3 days. So these things cost about $20 tops if you buy an expensive one. So this is for the extra vertically challenged. This is for the slightly vertically challenged. And this last thing is called a lashing strap. So again, I'm sure there's other names for these, but if you search lashing strap, again, Amazon, Google, maybe I'll even put some links in my bio down below just so you guys can be extra lazy, because I'm all in sport being lazy. Don't call it lazy, call it efficient, right? That's what we're doing. We're not lazy, we're efficient. So all you do here is you get it on here, just so these aren't right in your face. I generally line it right up with the edge of the machine there. Put the lashing strap over top. I should loosen this first, but you get the idea. Lashing strap over top, take it to the side, and cinch it on down. And the reality is it doesn't even need to be cinched that tight, because unless you're doing 12 pounds on the hack squat, once you have it lined up and just where it's in place, where as soon as you press in, if you're pressing with a few hundred pounds, then there's a few hundred pounds holding this in place. So again, lashing strap, I'll do this one quicker to show that if you actually loosen it, it goes a lot faster. Loosen your lashing strap, put on your pad, loop it over the top, and bingo, bango, bongo. You don't have to say that, but it works a little bit better if you do. I don't know where that came from. Tuck those in and you're good to go. So if we can compare back to that first spot, I'll show you the depth that I like to have when I do hack squats is I like to go all the way to the bottom. So again, now I'm essentially 2 inches deeper. I have much more contact with my calf on my hamstring and picking up maybe an extra, I don't know, 10-ish degrees range of motion from bottom to top. So again, I know again, someone's gonna find that to be slightly a pain in the ass or whatever, but if working out's a big deal for you, you've got a spare 4 minutes, you've got a spare 25 bucks, you know, skip that crappy pre-workout you've been taking for a while, save up for this. And if big quads are important to you, which they should be, I think this is a nice, convenient little hack. And so again, I'm obviously showing this on a hack squat because that's in a lot of programming, a lot of my program. I think it's great for anyone wanting big legs, but anything that has shoulder pads that you bottom out on. So V squats, things like that. This is a very simple way, again, to get more out of a machine that some people I've seen completely useless. If you don't get that depth, you're basically almost turning it into kind of a shitty leg press. I'll see a lot of people as they're going down, this kind of stopping here. And again, this is not the best exercise for glutes. Of course, they're gonna work a little bit, much better exercise for quads. So if you wanna get as much out of it as possible, get the extra pads, get the lashing straps, get all that good stuff, get yourself to depth and get some big quads. And if you find this helpful, be sure to share, give me some feedback below, tell me I'm really smart, and tell me about my lashing straps and pads and how I should make these and charge a lot of money for them. Or if this is a bad video and you don't like it, or you're feeling emotional in general today and you want to take it out on me so you feel better, leave that in the comments below as well too. If you haven't already, I'm supposed to say this at the beginning of the video, but if you watched all the way through, thanks. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and do all those other things that you're supposed to do so I can be YouTube famous.